All right, so I'm crossing my fingers that you can hear me and that you can see my screen. I can't see any of the messages or anything right now, so I apologize. Don't feel like I'm ignoring you. I'm here to tell you about some resources that may help you as you are struggling to keep your business open during these difficult times. So, if it's hard for you to maintain your employees, if you've had to put your business on pause, turn up the volume. So the talk of today is called How to Keep the Lights On During COVID-19, and it's brought to you by our team at Gener8tor. And my name is Jackie Mejia. I'm the director of the G-Beta MedTech program here in the Twin Cities. So I get to work with startups that are developing technologies to improve healthcare. My role as the director of this program is really to make sure that these founders are connected with the right mentors, investors, and key stakeholders in their ecosystem so that they can succeed. So if you're a startup and you're working on a technology that will improve our healthcare system, please email me. I would love to talk to you and learn more about what you're doing. But I'm here to talk about Gener8tor as a whole, and Gener8tor is much more than just a medtech program. Gener8tor is a platform that really just brings people together, and we're talking about startup founders, musicians, artists, connecting them with corporations, universities, investors, and mentors in their space. And so we do this a variety of different ways. We do this by creating conferences. We offer fellowships. We offer corporate programming. But what we're really known for are our accelerator programs. So we have pre-accelerator programs called G-Alpha. We have accelerator programs that are free for founders that are called G-Beta. And then we have accelerator programs where we invest in companies. And while our goal at Gener8tor is really to make sure that our entrepreneurs succeed, by connecting them again with the right key stakeholders, we decided to change the focus of our company during these hard times because we realized that this crisis that we're currently living through is really going to impact small businesses. And so our founders, Troy Vossler and Joe Kurgs, created emergency response programs in response to the coronavirus pandemic. And so these emergency response programs are now offered all over the US. And what Joe and Troy decided to do was, they said these small businesses need help and we need them to register for our programs. We need to make sure that we are offering free daily webinars so that they are well informed about the resources out there. And we really need to offer some free one-on-one consultations because there are people out there that just really need to talk to someone that can make sure that they're going in the right direction when it comes to navigating all of these resources. And then the last thing is we offer different resources on our website, and you're all welcome to visit that. So it started off in Wisconsin a couple of weeks ago, and we've created programs in a lot of different states. So we've created programs in Houston, in Minnesota, in Ohio, in Pensacola, even in Puerto Rico, in Florida. And we also have music and artist programs that are for everyone in the US. So we've done actually a total of 14 programs to date. We've had over 3,800 participants, which is just amazing. We've offered more than 60 webinars. We've had more than 1,000 one-on-one meetings. And so this just shows how impressive these emergency response programs really are. And I want to point out that these programs are free. So they're free for absolutely everyone that wants to sign up. And the way that Gener8tor was able to do this was we essentially trained our staff almost overnight so that, they were well informed about the resources available to small businesses. We created a Slack channel to make sure everybody was up to date with the latest news and the latest resources. And we just started pitching in our time. So, we all have responsibilities with our own accelerator programs, but some of us just said, I'm going to set aside some time this week and I'm going to start making phone calls, or I'm going to help, organize the webinars. And so, really our team came together to create the programs and make this happen, which is amazing. We actually created a program in Minnesota. It was launched on April 6th, and it went through April 10th. We had about 143 people sign up. We had 5 webinars, and we've done about 43 one-on-one meetings so far. We're still calling people. If you're interested in this program, yes, the webinars were already happened, but you can still sign up so you can receive our emails, and you're also welcome to log in and schedule some one-on-one time with our team. So before I move on, also, again, these are free programs for everyone. If you have a small business and you're struggling to figure out what to do during these times, you're welcome to visit our website. All of our webinars have been recorded, and all of our webinars are available for free on our website. We also have other resources like steps, a guide, a step-by-step guide on how to apply, for example, for some of the SBA loans, some guidance on what these loans really are and what the requirements are. So, I encourage everybody to visit our website. And okay, so now I want to just move on to actually talking about the resources. This may be important to all of you, so listen up. I wanted to start off by saying that we truly just have focused on communicating 2 main things, and those two programs are part of the CARES Act, so the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act. And this CARES Act, under this CARES Act, we have 2 programs, one called the SBA Disaster Loan, or the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, the EIDL, and then the Paycheck Protection Program, known also as the PPP. And a lot of you are probably thinking right now, I heard last week that these programs were closed and the funds were gone. And you are correct. Last week, we were informed that the funds for the program, unfortunately, were dried out. And it was really tough to hear that. But on Thursday, just this past Thursday, April 23rd, Congress passed a new federal stimulus package renewing the above program. So there are new funds for PPP and there are new funds for EIDL. So I'm going to tell you more about these 2 programs. So the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, the EIDL, again, those applications are closed right now, but we're anticipating them to open hopefully on Monday. So please make sure you apply. The application is really easy. It's an online portal. It's the same application for everyone. It will take you a few minutes while you drink some coffee, maybe in the morning. There are loans of up to $2 million. If you apply for these loans, you can receive an advance of up to $10,000 or $1,000 per employee in the form of an emergency grant. So this is money you do not have to pay back. This is separate from the loan. These funds are also distributed on a first come, first served basis. There's already a long waiting list, so please apply as soon as the applications open. We'll make sure to inform you once we know that they're open. And then this loan program is available for profits, nonprofits, freelancers, sole proprietors, artists, independent contractors. Everyone is eligible, so please apply. Now, the Paycheck Protection Program, the PPP, as I mentioned, these funds were also renewed. Banks are receiving applications right now, so apply for this program as soon as you can. You can get loans of up to $10 million, and the way you calculate the amount of the loan that you're eligible for is essentially by multiplying the average monthly payroll times 2.5, and that's the amount that you're eligible for. This program is for profits, nonprofits, freelancers, sole proprietors, artists, and independent contractors. You're all eligible. You do have to have less than 500 employees, and you must have been in operation before February 15th of this year. But one huge thing about this loan is that this is a forgivable loan. So if you use at least 75% of the funds from the loan for payroll and maximum 25% for rent, commercial mortgage, interest, or utilities, and you use the funds within 8 weeks after you receive that loan is completely forgivable. So it's very, very reasonable to apply. If you decide to use the funds for some other expenses for whatever reason, we know people have other expenses, that's fine. You can do that. The amount will just stay as a loan, and the interest rate on that loan are 1%. So it's still very favorable. We encourage you to apply. So the applications are not like EIDL. It's not a portal the same for everyone. That's not how it is. It's not standardized. You have to apply using a financial institution. So whether it's a bank, a credit union, or an online financial platform, like for example, Cabbage or Veeam, you have to go through those institutions to apply. They must be approved by SBA. And like I said, the funds for this program were already renewed. That means that SBA will resume accepting PPP applications on Monday. So please apply now. There are certain financial institutions that are taking applications now and just putting you on that waiting list so that when the applications open on Monday, they essentially just have to hit enter and your application is sent. So please contact your bank and look into these online financial platforms. Now, there are other resources out there that we do like to mention as well. We have, for example, the Employee Retention Tax Credit. So if you are a company that has been keeping your employees, you have been paying your employees, you may qualify for a tax credit of 50% of the qualified payroll wages, and so you can receive this tax credit immediately by just reducing the 50% off of your payroll taxes now before you pay your quarterly taxes. You can also fill out the form 7200, but just something to keep in mind, if you do have if you're granted a PPP loan, you can combine PPP loan with this employee tax credit, okay? So just something to keep in mind. Now, I do also want to talk about unemployment because these rules have changed as well due to the CARES Act. Now, the CARES Act essentially says if you can be eligible for unemployment if you are self-employed or if you're an independent contractor. This is a huge change. So, for those of you that own businesses, for those of you out there that are independent contractors and couldn't apply for unemployment before, now is the chance. And each state does it a little bit different. But typically, the states create a new portal where you can apply for the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program, the PUA. And again, these are weekly benefits that are for self-employed people, independent contractors, and others who are typically not eligible for regular unemployment. The CARES Act also created the Federal Pandemic Unemployment Compensation Program, the FPUC. So this is for receiving about $600 a week, additionally to in addition to regular unemployment or in addition to the PUA. But keep in mind that if you did have a job in Minnesota for the past 18 months with an employer, you're available for regular unemployment. If not, then you may be eligible for the PUA program. Now, onto some resources that we have here in Minnesota. I think we have to be really grateful that we're in Minnesota because fortunately, there have been a lot of resources created for small businesses to get through these really hard times. I want to point out just two major resources, and then I'll point to some websites that you can visit. But the Hennepin County Small Business Relief Program is a new program, and it will be open on Monday. These are forgivable loans of up to $7,500. You can use the loans for utilities, rent, mortgage, payments to suppliers, and other necessary expenses for your business. These are for local for-profit businesses located in Hennepin County. You must have between 1 and 20 employees and less than $1 million in annual revenue, and the applications will be available in different languages. So visit the Hennepin County Economic Development website to learn more about this program and be the first one to apply on Monday if you're eligible. There's also the Small Business Emergency Loan Program. These are loans of $2,500 to $35,000, and they're interest-free. So again, these are just very, very favorable. You're supposed to pay them back within 5 years, and the first payment is deferred 6 months, which is really great and helpful during these hard times. And again, these are resources for Minnesota-based businesses, and they're brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Employment and Economic Development, so DEED. Go visit the DEED website as soon as possible. And like I said, there are some websites out there that are really great. Forge North, Hennepin County Economic Development website, and the DEED website are just wonderful. There's also Startup Space. And what these websites have are a list of the resources that are available to you. So I would encourage you to go visit them, learn more about what's available, and apply as soon as possible. And in terms of some financial advice, cash flow is tight right now, and it's really hard to resume a lot of financial advice in just one slide due to time. But what we like to tell people is it doesn't hurt to ask. Go to your bank and ask for a 90-day deferral on your mortgage, on your car loan, your credit cards, whether it's for your personal accounts or your business accounts. This is just something that everybody should be doing. Money is tight, like we said, and you just have to make sure that you're not having expenses that are really not necessary. So pass along this information to your employees, encourage them to go to their banks, encourage them to ask for deferrals. We're also encouraging people to consider offering discounts to collect on accounts receivables, and consider offering discounts for prepayment of future orders. You need to really explore extending terms on accounts payable as well. We want you to talk to your customers. We want you to talk to your business partners. See what you can do to reduce those expenses that are really not necessary right now. All right, and so I guess my last message especially goes to a shout out to PPP and EIDL programs. These funds were renewed on Thursday. Like I said, the PPP applications will be reopened on Monday, but you should be applying today. Please don't wait until next week. The funds were gone really quickly, and we expect this to happen again. In fact, we expect the funds to be gone probably between 1 or 2 days. So please get your applications in. If you have any questions, please let us know. We know that the banks out there are not giving the best feedback in terms of what the status of your application is. If you're not sure if your PPP application was submitted or not, we encourage you to apply using another financial platform. If you apply using multiple platforms, there's no penalty in that. Just as soon as you are receive the loan, you can only accept one, of course. If you're really having trouble, just email me. Email someone on our team. We can figure out a way to connect you with a bank that's helping small businesses. And then the other thing I want to leave, just say that, we have heard of companies that have received the EIDL grant, which is really great, and even PPP. But in terms of EIDL, most people haven't received these funds yet. So if you're one of those people, if you are still, if you applied and you don't know what's happening because they haven't told you about the status of your application, just hold on tight. We really think that with these new funds, you should be getting some good news, hopefully, pretty soon. And with that, I guess maybe we have some time for questions. Here's my email just in case you would like to ask anything, or if there's anything we can do to help.